Talk to me about it. Did you expect the reaction from their camp about the bin man?
No, it was just an off-the-cuff comment. I didn't say anything negative. I didn't say it was a bad job or it was something bad for him. I just said binman. So I don't know where they've all suddenly gotten up in arms about it, got all upset about it, because I didn't say a word negative about it. I just said, yeah, binman.
Do you expect him to sort of bring a different energy to you now? The fact that it seems you got under his skin a little bit?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think much will change, not between now and then. And if it does, then I think it would be inauthentic.
We've seen a lot of stuff on social media. We'll speak about in the build-up to this fight. The one thing that I'm seeing quite a lot is people seem to be warming to you as a personality. Do you feel like when you see these posts on social media, you're becoming a bit of a man of the people, a bit of a fighter that represents the people?
Yeah, well, I feel like our journey anyway has been of the people coming up, fighting the battles and coming through it. From the days my dad was taking me to the gym, and till now we ain't changed. We've just been coming through our battles, coming through our wars, and here we are now, man of the people, I'm a champion, people's champion.
The reason I ask, are we looking to eclipse that moment on Saturday night?
For sure.
Do you think this is the kind of fight that can bring the very best?
Definitely. This is the type of fight that I need at this level, this stage of my career. It would drag the best out of me.
Frank Warren said in the press conference a few weeks ago, he said the winner of this goes into big stadium fights. Are you allowing yourself to think about that?
Yeah, now and then, it's great. That's what I'm in the business for. So, yeah, I think about that, and think about coming through this guy first. But that's great motivation.
What started as a comment that didn't seem disrespectful quickly turned personal. This fight is no longer just about championship belts anymore. Fabio Wardley casually dropped the bin man remark, but it clearly struck a nerve. Now the tension between both fighters feels real, and everyone knows it's only going to be settled once they step into the ring.
Sorry, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked him. The show's called Don't Blink. If you land on him, it's over. What if he lands on you?
It's not over. It's not great, but it's not over. I think that's the difference. I think that's where things are being missed in terms of when the comparisons are being made and between us and our power and whichever else. And we're all heavyweights, we can all hit. It doesn't take a lot past 16 stone, 17 stone. Once you're in them realms, you could be that big or whichever else, and anyone can take anyone out with a single punch. It's not like we're in just incredibly different realms. It's about the man, it's about how they respond to being hit.
Here's the one but about the mental state of Dubois. He was here before. He was here the first fight he fought Usyk. He got stopped. And he got himself together. And he came back and won 3 fights in a row. One of them, the last one, beating Joshua, knocking out Joshua in Wembley Stadium. He does have the capacity to get it together, but you wouldn't think he'd get it together and come back. And he does have that eraser. Same thing Wardley has. That right hand. And I said it early. Wardley gets hit with right hands. Dubois gets hit with right hands. It might just come down to who lands first.
Fabio Wardley finally addressed the comment that sparked major controversy after he referred to Daniel Dubois as a bin man, but surprisingly, he completely brushed it off. Wardley insisted the remark was nothing more than a joke made in the heat of the moment and claimed there was never any intention to disrespect Dubois. However, the psychological games may already be working. Wardley suggested that if Dubois enters the fight with extra aggression because of the comment, it wouldn't be a natural emotion at all. Instead, he believes it would only prove that people around Dubois pushed him to react. That's what makes the trash talk so effective. Wardley isn't just building hype for the fight anymore, he's challenging Dubois mentally, questioning whether he can stay composed under pressure or if he's too easily influenced by those around him.
Yeah, talk to me about it. Did you expect the reaction from their camp about the bin man?
No, it was just an off-the-cuff comment. I didn't say anything negative. I didn't say it was a bad job or it was something bad for him. I just said binman. So I don't know where they've all suddenly gotten up in arms about it, got all upset about it, because I didn't say a word negative about it. I just said, yeah, binman.
Do you expect him to sort of bring a different energy to you now? The fact that it seemed you got under his skin a little bit?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think much will change, not between now and then. And if it does, then I think it would be inauthentic.
Wardley then shifted the conversation toward the comparison of their punching power, and even there, the competitive edge was obvious. He admitted that both he and Daniel Dubois are dangerous heavy hitters capable of changing a fight with a single shot. But Wardley also made it clear that power alone doesn't decide the outcome. He acknowledged that getting hit by Dubois would definitely be a problem, but he quickly added that it wouldn't mean the fight is over. According to Wardley, the real difference comes down to how a fighter responds after taking those shots. In his eyes, toughness, recovery, and the ability to handle pressure matter far more than simply who punches harder.
Sorry, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked him. The show's called Don't Blink. If you land on him, it's over. What if he lands on you?
It's not over. It's not great, but it's not over. I think that's the difference. I think that's where things are being missed in terms of when the comparisons are being made and between us and our power and whichever else. And we're all heavyweights, we can all hit. It doesn't take a lot past 16 stone, 17 stone. Once you're in them realms, you could be that big or whichever else, and anyone can take anyone out with a single punch. It's not like we're in just incredibly different realms. It's about the man, it's about how they respond to being hit.
Daniel responded to Wardley's bin man comment in a way that clearly showed he was genuinely shocked by the remark. Instead of going on a long rant or getting into a heated back and forth like Fabio did, he stayed relatively calm and composed. When asked if the comment still bothers him, Daniel simply said, "I've got an answer for him when I see him." That statement speaks volumes because it shows he has no intention of handling the situation through interviews or social media. Rather, he seems determined to address it face to face when the time comes.
The thing that gathered traction last week was the bin man comment.
Yeah.
I spoke to you about it. We heard Don's comments as well on it. On the day that we spoke, after it had gone out, you said it was disrespectful. Now you've had a bit of time to think about it. Does it still annoy you? Are you still
I've got an answer for him when I see him. I've got an answer for him when I see him, yeah.
Is it something that's been playing on your mind, so to speak?
No,
since you said it?
not at all, mate.
We put some social media polls out during the week about who wins this fight, and albeit they were slightly close, Fabio just...
After that, Daniel quickly brings the attention back to the fight itself. He makes it clear that he isn't concerned about online polls, public opinions, or outside noise because, according to him, he already knows exactly what he's stepping into the ring to do. Instead of getting dragged deeper into the trash talk, Daniel keeps his focus locked on Saturday night and the challenge ahead. In many ways, it feels like his method of dismissing Wardley's comments while still maintaining the intensity between them. His message is simple: all the talking, predictions, and social media debates mean absolutely nothing once the opening bell rings.
Do you read into that at all?
No.
Do you feel like you have to prove something? Like,
now I've got to prove what I'm here for. I know what I'm here for. I'm here to fight. I can't wait till Saturday. It's just keeping me primed till then now.
What are your favourite moments, personal favourite moments of you and your career in the sport of boxing?
I don't know. I guess coming through challenges, maybe the journey. I guess the journey.
Daniel sent a powerful message during the interview when he was asked what would happen if Wardley managed to hurt him in the fight. He immediately dismissed the idea, making it clear that he isn't focused on getting dropped or overwhelmed. Instead, Daniel said he feels fully prepared for war and believes is entering this fight mentally stronger than ever. Rather than responding with trash talk, his answer reflected confidence, self-belief, and a mindset that shows he's in a completely different place ahead of this showdown. Daniel also explained that this fight is exactly what he needs to bring out the best version of himself. In many ways, Wardley's comments and pressure may have actually motivated him even more. Daniel appears to view this dangerous challenge as fuel, using the criticism and taunts as positive motivation instead of letting them get inside his head. Meanwhile, Teddy Atlas spoke highly of Fabio Wardley and seemed impressed by the unlikely path he's taken to reach the top level. Atlas pointed out that Wardley had very little amateur experience yet still managed to rise through the heavyweight ranks. He described Wardley as the type of fighter who can pull victories out of impossible situations, someone who always finds a way to win even when things aren't going his way. Teddy also analyzed Wardley's style, explaining how he cleverly sets traps with his movement before exploding with his dangerous right hand. According to Atlas, once Wardley hurts an opponent, he becomes extremely dangerous and knows how to finish the job. When giving his prediction, Teddy leaned toward an early finish. He said he expects the fight to end before 8.5 rounds because of the aggressive styles both men bring into the ring. Atlas explained that if Dubois is mentally affected by previous setbacks, Wardley could catch him early and stop him. On the other hand, if Dubois enters the fight aggressively, sharply, and confidently, he could just as easily do the same to Wardley. Eddie Oladipo also shared his thoughts, emphasizing that both fighters possess real knockout power and confidence. However, he appeared to give Dubois extra credit for qualities that many people overlook, especially his toughness. Oladipo pointed out that Dubois has shown real heart in previous fights, even if fans sometimes ignore those moments. He also respected Dubois for choosing such a dangerous challenge instead of taking an easier route. Like many others, Oladipo believes this fight is highly unlikely to go the distance. In his opinion, the chances of this bout reaching the scorecards are extremely slim. Breaking down their styles, he explained that both Wardley and Dubois hate being bullied or pushed backward. Both fighters want to dominate from the opening bell, and that's exactly what makes this matchup so explosive. Eventually, one man will be forced to give ground, and neither of them is comfortable doing that. Oladipo admitted that Dubois may adapt better because of his experience, but ultimately he expects both heavyweights to clash head-on in a brutal battle. Root. Frank Bruno also weighed in and appeared to lean slightly toward Wardley. He described Wardley as a serious and dangerous fighter, saying you can see the intensity in his eyes. Bruno especially highlighted Wardley's punching power, calling it the kind of force that completely scrambles opponents once it lands cleanly. From a tactical standpoint, Bruno explained that anyone facing Wardley has to meet aggression with aggression because Wardley always enters the ring with bad intentions. According to Bruno, if Dubois doesn't match that same intensity, he risks getting overwhelmed quickly. Still, Bruno acknowledged the danger Dubois brings. He described Dubois as unpredictable. One moment he looks unstoppable, and the next he struggles to maintain consistency. Bruno never questioned Dubois' strength or punching power. In fact, he stated that when Dubois is performing at his absolute best, he can knock out anybody in the division. The real question, however, is whether that best version of Dubois will show up on fight night. That uncertainty is where Bruno slightly pulls back from fully backing Dubois. He believes Dubois has all the physical tools needed to win, but is not convinced those strengths alone will break Wardley down. In Bruno's view, Wardley is strong enough to absorb punishment and continue fighting forward without losing confidence. At the end of the day, this fight between Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois may come down to a few critical moments. Both fighters carry devastating power. Both are confident in their ability to end the fight with a single punch. That's why opinions are split among fighters, trainers, and combat sports personalities. Some favor Wardley because of his momentum, pressure, and fearless style. Others believe Dubois' technique, experience, and knockout ability will make the difference. But the reality is simple. This is the type of heavyweight fight where one mistake changes everything. There are no safe predictions and no easy answers here. It's pure danger from the opening bell to the final moment. Now it's your turn. Drop your prediction in the comments below and tell us who you think wins this explosive heavyweight showdown.